Welcome back to Farming versus the Incapable. This is Farming, I'm the Incapable, let's get into it. I started by planting the wheat that had appeared in my seeder since I had no money at one point. This is in the game so that if I really had no source of income, I could sell the rice for a profit. After collecting a random box of eggs from my property, I went over to the back of the shop because I saw on someone's YouTube video, I forgot who it was, but I saw that there was a cave behind the shop. The cave offers no purpose, but perhaps in a later update they will add a purpose to it. And in the cave is a lab. So what I was thinking is that maybe they're going to add it so you can create your own type of seed. Genetically mutated seeds that get you more profit than the base model. But it's just a theory. It may not be correct. After going back to my farm to collect my cedar, I decided to stage a robbery. I was actually just seeing if this would work, not that I actually wanted to abuse the game features. It in fact did not let me fill my cedar up with the bamboo from the shop, so I returned it and went back to my farm. Or so I had intended, until the game decided to punish me for trying to steal from the shop. After failing to sell some eggs, I went back to my farm and figured out that my chickens had in fact got no food, so I went to buy some for them. Then I dropped off my eggs and went back to my farm. Back at my farm, I filled up some cedars so that my chickens did not die of starvation, and also this would increase their egg yield. After collecting 2 more boxes of eggs, I went back to my trailer full of them and decided to sell them for the price of 681 coins, which I think is quite reasonable. Then, after buying some more animal food, I went back to the farm. On the way back to the farm, I decided to buy a level 1 truck, but intending on using my trailer that I had, not realising that it was a level 2 trailer and it was only a level 1 truck, so I could not in fact use the trailer with the truck. This was a bit stupid. Instead of selling the truck for only 20%, which would be quite stupid, I decided to get matching paint job that only cost 150 coins, I believe it was, with the level 1 trailer, so that I could still carry eggs, and at this point I would have enough room in the trailer because I was not producing that many eggs, and even if all of 3 coops were full, I would only have 6 boxes of eggs. So then I fed the chickens using the food I had just bought for them, collected more eggs and put them into a truck. And after waiting for quite a while, the chickens had laid a lot of eggs. I'm pretty sure I'd forgotten that I was on the game. So I headed off to Animal Co to sell the eggs for a very good price of 740 coins. After waiting for the chickens to lay more eggs, I collected the ones that they had laid, which actually only happened to be 2 boxes of eggs, but anything is better than nothing. At Animal Co, I sold the 3 boxes of eggs I had accumulated for a reasonable price of 643 coins. Back at the farm, I sold one of my small chicken coops so that I would have enough money to buy a medium chicken coop. Although the medium chicken coop is in fact over 3 times the price of a small chicken coop, it does only hold 3 times the amount of eggs. So technically, it's a bad deal. But it does increase the amount of eggs in that one chicken coop, because more chickens can go into the chicken coop at one time. So in my personal opinion, it is a very good deal. After a bit of finagling, I managed to get myself stuck inside of the medium chicken coop, which forced me to reset my character. But oh well, at least I wasn't that far away. Waiting for all of the chickens to lay some eggs. This time, I only managed to get 2 boxes, but at least it was something. Something happened to be a total of 1,566 coins. Not bad. But then, I spent them all on some more animal food. Back at the farm, I filled up the chickens' feeders so that they would not die. Another waiting session later, and I was back to the shop, where I was thoroughly disappointed with the price, so I decided it was time for another waiting session. In a very short period of time, the price had changed, and I sold the eggs for a respectable price of 670 coins. Then, after purchasing massive amounts of animal food, it was back to the farm. I did in fact buy enough animal food to fill up all of the seeders and have 4 spare, 1 for each seeder spare, so I would not have to buy animal food for quite a while. Some of the eggs, I decided it was time to harvest the wheat. After a quick harvest, it was time to sell the wheat. And surprisingly, it was on a premium, which got me a grand total of 210 coins. Back at the farm, it was back to ploughing and cultivating. But alas, I had missed a spot with the ploughing, so I had to go back and do it again. Correcting my mistake, it was back to ploughing. This is why they should never let me plough in the dark. After waiting for more eggs to be laid, eventually they only laid 1 box of eggs. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, that will be all for this video. I hope to see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed. But until then, goodbye.